Summer Games. This is KHQ Local News Today.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're going to have a beautiful day here in the inland Northwest. More sunshine and blue sky out there. Temperatures getting up about where they have been for some time. The winds are going down. Humidity levels rising. That's a live look outside. All of these factors, good news for firefighters because things have been going against them. Now we got some things turning around just a little bit out there. Your current temperature, 60 degrees in downtown Spokane. The roads are in good shape. Really about all you got to think about is make sure that you've got some sunglasses before you hit the road, Shelley.
All right, George, thank you. Decision 2012 and looking ahead to November, the race for the White House seems sure to be decided in the battleground states that right now could go either way come November. President Obama and Mitt Romney are making the rounds talking about Obamacare. Romney and the Republicans trying to make Obamacare a dirty word. Now the president is using it against them in an election battleground.
The Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. I actually like the name because I do care.
Romney is trying to even the score, attacking the president while on a campaign trip through Iowa.
It is wrong to make any change that would make America more of a nation of government dependency. We must restore, and I will restore, work into welfare.
According to a new poll on favorability, Romney comes in with a 40% margin while the president has 53%.
And in the state of Washington, sticking with politics, and many candidates coming off some big wins and narrowing down the races within the state. Next up, you can expect a flurry of campaign ads on your television. You got a break yesterday from those election ads, but we do understand this morning that major campaigns for the governor's race and controversial ballot measures within the state say they'll be spending some major money on airtime going forward for the next 3 months. KHQ's Cheriston Ramson now joining us live with details on that story. Cheriston, good morning once again.
Well, get ready because campaign season is kicking into high gear and all over town. You can see the signs posted in yards and on street corners, but now all of that money being spent there is moving to your television, and we're talking about millions of dollars, all in an effort to woo your vote. We're going to show you some video now of some of these campaign ads that you're going to start to see now on your TV. The Republican Governors Association says it will likely spend $4 million of airtime for GOP gubernatorial candidate Rob McKenna, but that is nothing compared to the mega millions spent for the race to the White House. According to recent numbers, the Obama campaign has laid out nearly $125 million on broadcast and cable TV spots so far, and really has reserved millions more for August and the fall. The Romney campaign has spent $45 million on TV ads so far. Also, two groups linked to Karl Rove have spent about $100 million on ads in those swing states. Broadcast companies report a campaign seeking to legalize marijuana put down $500,000 in this state, Washington state, and an independent group supporting a gay marriage also bought time. Democrats and Republicans alike worry that by November, the competing campaigns could get dirty as millions of dollars are spent. Reporting live, I'm Cheriston Ramsing, KHQ Local News.
Thanks very much, Cheriston. Well, from television ads to personal endorsements, and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie will be in Washington State again today to campaign for Washington Attorney General Rob McKenna. He'll make his way from California, where he's been raising money for Mitt Romney, and there has been renewed chatter that Christie is still on Romney's short list as a potential running mate, although he was not listed in the NBC News report that came out yesterday. Christie deflecting such questions earlier this week.
News media organizations are set to go before a judge today in Colorado seeking access to court documents in the Aurora Theater shooting case. James Holmes, the alleged shooter, is expected to be present. The news organizations are asking the judge to scale back a sweeping gag order as well that bars the University of Colorado from releasing details about Holmes. Holmes is a former student. The 24-year-old Holmes is charged with multiple counts of first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder in the shooting that happened during a midnight showing of the latest Batman movie. New information this morning on a movie theater arrest in Connecticut. Meantime, we now know that the president-elect of the New Haven Bar Association is the man facing charges after allegedly bringing a loaded handgun into a Connecticut movie theater showing The Dark Knight Rises.
All I can think in my head is I see these assault rifles being pointed at me, you know, and I'm like, Okay, let's just breathe and go real slow. Don't make any quick moves, just go real slow, because you don't know what the hell's going on.
What started as an ordinary trip to the movies suddenly changed when officers in SWAT gear evacuated the theater after reports of a man inside with a gun. Once inside, officers told all the moviegoers to raise their hands and exit, but one person stayed seated and had to be forcibly detained. That man, New Haven attorney Sung Hao Wang, had a loaded handgun tucked inside his waistband. No word on what charges he will now be facing.
Well, in the wake of the sex abuse scandal that has plagued Penn State University, and new information this morning on the school's football team. They are unveiling new uniforms later this morning. In the wake of the Sandusky abuse scandal, the program is making slight changes to the iconic blue, white, plain jerseys that have been synonymous with the Joe Paterno era for so many decades. For the first time, players' names will be added for the upcoming season, as the coach says he wants to recognize the players that stuck with the program. And blue ribbons will be worn on the front of the jerseys to bring awareness to victims of child abuse. Coach Bill O'Brien says he and the players agreed to the changes.
Well, the 2012 Atlantic hurricane season outlook gets an updated forecast. NOAA is now saying that Climate Prediction Center will release the update later today. Originally, the group forecast a near normal hurricane season. That means a 70% chance of seeing between 9 and 15 named storms, with 4 to 8 of them actually becoming hurricanes, and 1 to 3 of those becoming major hurricanes. So far this season, we've seen just 5 named storms, with only 1 coming into hurricane strength. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st through November.
Right now, your weather in the 60s.
Well, right now you have it right. I mean, it's been fairly quiet now, and take you all the way down to Florida, where they usually get an awful lot of the action, and there are some showers around there, but not much else than that. Now, we do have some waves of moisture that have been coming off northwest Africa the last few days, and they've got the possibility to turn into some hurricanes. Just a possibility. We don't have to worry about that around here. You know why? Because the water off the coast of Oregon and Washington is just too cold, so we don't get hurricanes. 63 to 66 degrees. That's what your temperatures are going to be as you drive to work this morning in the Spokane area. It is going to be sunny. It is going to be bright. It is going to be warm. We're going to be in the upper 80s, Sean, close to 90 degrees again today, and we'll stay there for a few more days.
All right, thanks very much, George. Well, listen to this story we just found on the Associated Press wire. Out of Texas, a 40-year-old warehouse worker stung more than 300 times after accidentally disturbing a massive colony of Africanized bees in central Texas. Pflugerville police say the man was in stable condition, taken to the hospital after that attack yesterday. Police say 3 other people were stung, not seriously, by the aggressive honeybees. Oh, the worker simply did not know the bees had built their hive, their colony, inside a cabinet that he was trying to move. Beekeeper Keith Huddle, who helped to remove the bees, tells the Austin American-Statesman the colony contained some 125,000 of the insects, 120 pounds of honeycomb. Once again, that man in stable condition after being stung 300 times trying to move that cabinet. Shelley?
Oh, can you imagine? No. Well, listen to this. Police say a northeastern Pennsylvania man, George, you're going to like this one, accidentally dialed 911 during a drug deal, leading to the entire conversation being recorded. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, his subsequent arrest. Scranton police say that they arrested the 24-year-old man Wednesday after being contacted by dispatchers who told them a conversation about narcotics could be heard over an open phone line. Investigators say they tracked the guy down to his home, found multiple drugs as well as syringes, and as well as the cell phone that he made the 911 call on. Sean?
All right, at 6:08, and here is a live look for you of the Lake Coeur d'Alene. Just take a look at this beautiful shot. This plane basically taxiing on the water, the seaplane. Inside of that plane on Mobile 6 is Matt Rogers getting ready to take flight. Take it away, Matt.
Oh, thank you very much, Sean. Yeah, we are inside a Cessna 206 here, part of Brooks Seaplane flight crew here, and I've got Grant Brooks, the owner. Good morning to you, Grant.
Good morning, Matt.
What do you say we take this baby off?
All right, let's go flying.
All right, this is a TV first here in Spokane, going live inside of a moving airplane. We're going to take flight, and let's just watch as this thing gets going. Doesn't take it long, does it, Grant?
Oh, nice little breeze.
And we are off, and we have liftoff, don't we, Grant? All right, we are in the air. Grant, you've been doing this a long time here in your farm. father actually started the business. Tell us about that.
Yeah, my dad started this in 1946, right after World War II. He was teaching people how to fly under the GI Bill back then.
Wow, unbelievable. You took it over then after that. How long have you been a part of it?
Well, I've been steady since about 89 now.
And take a look at the views. Grant, does this ever get old?
Oh, it's always beautiful flying over this lake.
When you take people up on this, Grant, you know, tell us kind of how the tour works, basically.
Basically, we go down the lake about 20 miles, and I just point out points of interest, different bays and golf courses, mountain ranges.
What would be your favorite part of the lake?
Oh, I like the St. Joe River, where it comes in, Coeur d'Alene River down in that area. Beauty Bay is real nice too, you know, the east arm of the lake over there. In front of the left wing, you're looking, you know, into the Wolf Lodge Bay over there now.
Wow.
The main part of the lake, you know, goes in front of us, 27 miles.
Now, you normally don't do this till a little later in the morning. To get to see the sunrise, it's got to be a nice treat, huh?
Yeah, we don't like to wake up the neighborhood when we take off.
Yeah, we apologize to anybody we wake up this morning, but I tell you what, it's worth it here. So we're going to fly around for a bit, Sean and Shelley, and we'll check back in with you. And later in the show, we'll do a live landing, hopefully, as well. So, Grant, I'm going to kick back and enjoy the ride for a bit, okay?
All right, Matt, sounds good.
All right, Sean, Shelley, back to you guys.
Okay,
That's spectacular.
Yeah, unbelievable. Hopefully you at home are enjoying the freedom that this Mobile 6 has given us to bring these different live locations to you, because obviously, you know, he's free. He can go any place, as evidenced by flying. But I just have this sneaking suspicion, as I'm sure you do out there, that Matt now is going to come up with a lot of different excuses to do
You know, and
things.
knowing Matt's mischievous streak, I'm sure he's trying to convince Grant now to buzz the Q6 tower.
Yeah,
I think Grant's going to decline that, right?
It seems like each week he's going to new heights. We're going to take a break and be right back.
That was incredible.
Yeah, that was amazing.